Welcome back, everybody. It's a new season of Oklahoma Sooner football. First game, right here. University of Louisiana and Monroe, and the Sooner officially runs past the Warhawks, literally and figuratively. Final score of 34-0 in this one in Norman. Today we'll go over the stats, the highlights of the offensive and defensive players, and some plays of the games on offense and on defense. Let's start here with the stats. On offense, Trevor Knight, the quarterback for Oklahoma, passed for just 86 yards, but did throw 3 touchdowns and 1 interception, if you want to call that one an interception. You can give it or take it, but the thing is, Trey McGuire has got to come up with that catch no matter what you do. You also, rushing-wise, for the Sooners, you had Damian Williams for Oklahoma with 13 carries for 103 yards and 0 touchdowns. And then you also had Damian Williams with 16 carries for 66 yards and 0 touchdowns. The Oklahoma Sooners wide receivers obviously didn't have a huge night as far as receivers are concerned. But Jalen Saunders still had 3 catches for 30 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jerron Neal was right behind him with 2 catches for 27 yards. As far as that taunting defense that just taunted ULM all night long, well, they had Corey Nelson starting the ways with 8 tackles, a sack, and 1 quarterback pressure that you just, to be honest, you felt the quarterback just cringe when he hit him. I mean, it was just boom. They also had Frank Shannon in there with 7 tackles and a quarterback pressure on that stat. Michael Honeycutt hit a couple of field goals. He was 2 for 2 long of 42 yards. Jed Barnett had a great start as an Oklahoma Sooner. 7 attempts, 43.6 in average. 54 was his long. 4 of his punts hit at the 20-yard line. And a 34-0 shutout of the ULM Warhawks. The scoring all started in the second half. Second quarter. First quarter, there was absolutely nothing that happened offensively or defensively. But finally, in the second half, with 11:15 left, Trevor Knight and Jalen Saunders hooked up for their first touchdown, a 12-yard touchdown, the first of Trevor Knight's career, and we hit Boomer Sooner after that. After that came Michael Honeycutt's 2 field goals. He hit one of them as a 41-yarder with 5:34 left in the second quarter, hitting it off 10-0 Oklahoma. A little bit later after that, Michael Honeycutt and the Sooners got the ball back with just 39 seconds left, and then hit a 33-yard field goal up and good. It is 13-0 right now as Oklahoma takes off. The second half, the Sooners do a little bit more scoring in the third quarter. Like when Brendan Clay hits the end zone on an 8-yard touchdown run where he sticks the football out and kind of jolts it out with 10:42 left to make it 20-0 Sooners. The Jalen Saunders-Trevor Knight show not over yet, because Trevor Knight and Jalen Saunders hooked up one more time for an 18-yard touchdown pass up and good. 13:07 left, 27-0. And finally, Trevor Knight finishes off his 3-touchdown performance with a Trevor Knight-Trey McGuire connection, 13 yards in the end zone with 38 seconds left in the third quarter. 34-0 Sooners. Final score 34-0, so therefore there is no scoring out after that play's over. Josh Heupel and the offense, they had a lot of big plays in this ball game to win the game 34-0. But probably none bigger or more fun to watch than this one. Trevor Knight to Jalen Saunders from 12 yards out, pass catch with 11:52 left in the second quarter. That was Trevor Knight's first touchdown pass of his Sooner career. And I can almost guarantee you he's going to have more touchdowns coming your way. Defensively, Julian Wilson intercepts Colton Browning, the quarterback for ULM, for no return, but picks him off within the third quarter with 12:21 left in the third quarter. And the Sooners end up winning 34-0. My thoughts on this ball game? Very, very well played, sound football game. Offensively, you scored enough to win. 35 points. That's 5 touchdowns. If you can go through the game scoring 5 touchdowns, you're doing pretty good. On the other side, you completely shut them down offensively. This is a team that last year played Baylor, ULM, Arkansas, and Auburn. I know that Arkansas and Auburn last year weren't great SEC opponents, but they were still SEC opponents. They beat Arkansas, they had a chance against Auburn, and they had a chance against our neighbors from the South in Baylor. This is a team that just has good, solid talent. They finished second in their division in the Sun Belt Conference. So this was a good team. And Oklahoma handled their business against this good team. Even Kirk Street said, Oklahoma better watch out because they might lose this ball game. I'm not too mad at Herbie. I probably wouldn't have said the same thing, but you got a new quarterback coming back. You got a team that scores 24 points a ball game at least last year. That's a good offensive quality team. You got to be ready all the time. Oklahoma was ready. And all those naysayers that said Oklahoma was just playing another cream puff, all right, you shut them out. But if you're like me, I believe in this ULM team. They got some offensive productional skills. I liked what I saw from this team when I broke them down, Colton Browning and company. But at the end of the day, it was a 34-0 shutout of the Sooners in their opener. And now the Sooner plans to run over a Mountaineer or two, as the Sooners and Mountaineers play for the first time in Norman since 1982. This has been Boomer Sooner 1982 on the OU Postgame Report for the University of Oklahoma Sooners and the University of Louisiana Monroe Warhawks. For the final time, the final score the other night, 34-0 in Norman. Thanks for watching, everyone. And as always, Boomer Sooner.